Get ready for the biggest news in space and finance. We start with Elon Musk and his massive ambition to take SpaceX public. We break down exactly how this potential IPO is shaping up to be the largest on Wall Street in history, exploring the valuation, the timeline, and the huge stakes involved in Musk's vision for Mars and orbital data centers. Musk, who called Britain a prison island. We dive into the international tensions and the immediate fallout from these events. And finally, we tackle the cultural debate dominating the conversation. We investigate why Elon Musk is so upset about the film The Odyssey and the Academy's new inclusion rules. Discover the deep dive into the inclusion standards, what critics are missing, and the real story behind the controversy surrounding Lupita Nyong'o and the Oscars. Elon Musk is reportedly considering taking SpaceX public. This potential move is generating significant attention within the technology and investment communities. Details on the proposed structure and implications of a SpaceX initial public offering, or IPO, are being discussed, drawing parallels to established procedures for high-growth, space-focused companies. Financial news outlets, such as the Economic Times, are covering the developments surrounding this potential listing. The move signals a major inflection point for SpaceX, potentially unlocking substantial capital for future expansion and ambitious projects. Experts are analyzing the strategic rationale behind Musk's potential decision, weighing the benefits of public market access against the complexities of maintaining the unique culture and operational autonomy of a leading aerospace company. Further analysis on this topic is available on various technology news channels, including YouTube, where summaries and in-depth discussions are being shared. SpaceX is gearing up for what is expected to be the largest initial public offering in Wall Street history, with a potential valuation reaching approximately $1.75 trillion at debut, based on a listing size of $75 billion. The company is anticipated to go public in June, a key event in the financial markets. Investment banks are actively positioning themselves to fund Elon Musk's ambitious goals, which include establishing a lunar base, deploying data centers in orbit, and the long-term prospect of sending humans to Mars. SpaceX has established itself as a dominant force in the aerospace industry, accounting for over 80% of global rocket launches last year and operating more than 10,000 Starlink satellites. A recent mission demonstrated this capability, with 11,000 pounds of scientific research and cargo successfully launched to the International Space Station aboard Northrop Grumman's Cygnus XL spacecraft, launched via a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket from Cape Canaveral. Regarding the corporate structure, reports indicate that SpaceX's proposed operating model grants Musk nearly unchecked executive authority, as he would be the sole individual with the power to dismiss him. While investor enthusiasm remains high, some analysts express caution. One commentator suggested that excessive stock issuance could lead to speculative excess and a market bubble, emphasizing that the stock market operates on supply and demand dynamics. The timeline for the IPO has been accelerated. SpaceX is now targeting a roadshow launch on June 4 and a potential debut as early as June 12, partly due to a faster-than-anticipated review of its filings with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. The company has also indicated its intent to list on the Nasdaq index, though the exchange declined comment on the matter. dozens of individuals were arrested during a march organized by Tommy Robinson in London. The incident has also drawn sharp commentary from prominent figures, with Elon Musk reportedly referring to Britain as a prison island. This developing story highlights ongoing tensions and public demonstrations in the UK. The Academy's new inclusion standards for Best Picture have been met by every winner in the category's 98-year history, a fact that has fueled controversy, notably from Elon Musk regarding Christopher Nolan's upcoming adaptation of Homer's The Odyssey. Experts suggest that the rules, phased in over 2 years, are designed to encourage inclusion, but are structurally loose enough that they do not disqualify any historical winner. The standards require films to meet 2 of 4 criteria: on-screen representation, creative team composition, distribution financing apprenticeships, or in-house senior executives. Critics often misinterpret the data, viewing a missing data point, indicated by a dash, for older films as a failure, when it signifies a lack of documentation rather than a lack of qualification. Analysis shows that 0 Best Picture winners in the Academy's history have been knocked off the ballot by these standards. The rules focus on current industry practices, such as distributor training programs, rather than retroactively judging historical crews, which is why standards C and D are structured to assess current company practices, not past ones. Industry commentary, including from Andy Samberg, indicates that the standards reward inclusion within the pipeline, and the mathematical structure allows many period pieces and war films to clear the requirements easily. The argument against the rules often centers on specific casting choices, such as Lupita Nyong'o's role, rather than the mechanics of the eligibility criteria. The report concludes that the debate surrounding the rules is often misdirected. The actual focus is not on the eligibility mechanics, but on specific casting decisions. Furthermore, historical data shows that while the bar for women in producing roles has been slowly rising, the structural challenges to creating a film that fails these standards are significant, pointing toward systemic barriers rather than a simple technicality. The consensus suggests that the Academy's framework is designed to prompt industry reflection, a goal Samberg identified early on.